Hello, boys and girls. Our reading lesson today is to use a Venn diagram to compare and contrast two books. We're going to find ways the books are the same and the way they're different. The last time we read our nonfiction book about frogs. We learned lots of key details about frogs and saw lots of beautiful photographs of frogs. I never knew there were so many different kinds of frogs. Today, we're going to read our book, Butterflies. This is also a nonfiction book. It's nonfiction because we're going to be learning information about butterflies. We're going to see some beautiful pictures, some photographs that someone have taken of butterflies, and we are going to learn about a real thing, which is the butterfly. I want you to listen carefully as I'm reading because I want you to be thinking of some key details we can write down about butterflies so we can find out how butterflies and frogs can be alike and how they can be different. So listen carefully. Look, butterflies, fluttering, floating, zigzagging as they flash, like jewels in the sunlit sky. They flit over fields and wander through woods. I like to see butterflies flying around my house. They have to be careful, though, because sometimes Jasper tries to catch them. They glide into gardens and dance through deserts. What are butterflies looking for? What do you think butterflies are looking for? Flowers to feed on. When a butterfly lands, it tastes the flower with the tips of its feet. Would you like to taste your food with the tips of your feet? That would be a very messy way to taste our food, wouldn't it? The flower tastes sweet. Deep inside it is a sugary liquid called nectar. The butterfly unrolls a long tube on its head and pokes it into the flower. Slurp! The butterfly uses the tube like a straw to suck up the nectar. Would you like to have a tube curled up on your head that you could use as a straw whenever you wanted to? If you did, you'd be like a butterfly. What's for lunch? Some butterflies drink nectar from almost any flower. Others are picky eaters. They only eat on certain flowers. They only feed on certain flowers. Some of you guys are picky eaters because I've seen you at lunchtime before. A few butterflies prefer to dine on rotting fruit or even dead bugs. Ooh, that doesn't sound too good, does it? Here are some butterflies with their favorite foods. So let's see what favorite foods these butterflies like. This butterfly says, how does a butterfly taste its food? Who remembers? With the tips of its feet. What's your favorite? Fresh apples or rotten apples? Ooh, what would you rather have? I think I'd rather have a fresh one, but that butterfly's on a rotten apple. Guess what kind of juice this butterfly likes to sip? Orange juice, doesn't it? This one says, these butterflies like bananas. Do you like them too? Look at those butterflies eating bananas. And I saved this one till last because it's kind of icky. Do you think dead bugs taste yucky or yummy? And look at that butterfly. It's up there sipping on that dead bug. I think it would taste kind of yucky. What about you? It's raining. To keep dry, a butterfly folds up its wings and perches below a leaf. At night, a butterfly hangs upside down to sleep. We learned about something else that sleeps upside down. Do you remember? A bat. To warm up in the morning, a butterfly spreads its wings wide and soaks up the sun. A butterfly's life may seem fancy-free, but at any moment, that sounds like something scary's about to happen. Swoop! A hungry monkey might sneak up and snatch it. Look at that poor little butterfly. I bet you that monkey's going to eat it, don't you? A mouse might munch it. A bird might nab it. A lizard might zap it. How can butterflies stay safe? Some hide by blending in with the world around them. It's hard to tell. That's a butterfly. It just looks like some leaves, doesn't it? But look carefully. It's a butterfly. And look down here. It's hard to see that butterfly, isn't it? Some have spots on their wings. Look at these spots that look like eyes. Eye spots scare away enemies. Boo! A rainbow of colors. A butterfly's wings are covered with thousands of tiny powdery scales. These scales create the insect's beautiful colors and patterns. Here are some butterflies from around the world. How many of them have eye spots? There's some butterflies. I know, I can see some eye spots there. Oh, and there's some there. Looks like they have little eyes on them that scare away their enemies, doesn't it? A mother butterfly flies from plant to plant, tasting them with her feet. She's looking for one her babies can eat. When she finds the right plant, she lays her eggs on it. And there's the butterfly. She's laying some eggs on the plant that she knows that her babies will like to eat. The eggs hatch, and out creep the babies. The babies are tiny caterpillars, very hungry caterpillars. A caterpillar gobbles up the plant it's on. It eats and eats. It grows and grows. Wiggle. It grows so big its skin splits. The caterpillar wiggles out of it. Then it gets too big for its skin. Again and again it happens. Eat, grow, split, wiggle. One day the caterpillar hangs upside down from a leaf or twig. It makes a hard, thin shell around its body. The shell is called a chrysalis. Inside the chrysalis, something amazing happens. The caterpillar changes into a butterfly. There it is, hanging up there in its chrysalis. And there's the butterfly. Look, it's coming out of the chrysalis now. After days or weeks, the chrysalis splits open. Out crawls the new butterfly. The butterfly's wings are crumpled and wet, but soon they straighten out and dry. Fly, butterfly. Now the butterfly is ready to take off, to fly, to flash like a jewel in the sunlit sky. Look at all those butterflies. I wonder how many there are. It'd take us a long time to count them, wouldn't it? From egg to butterfly. All butterflies go through 4 very different stages. Here is the life cycle of a blue morpho butterfly. First it's an egg, then it's a caterpillar, then it's a chrysalis, then it's a butterfly. This says how many eggs can you count on this leaf? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How do you think this caterpillar would feel if you touched it? How do you think that would feel? Feel kind of fuzzy, wouldn't it? Looks kind of like a pack saddle. Those kind would sting us too if we touched it. What big change happens at this stage? So what happens when it's in the chrysalis? It's changing into a butterfly, isn't it? And guess what's on the other side of those wings? Eye spots. Spy a butterfly. Some butterflies are very good at hiding in plain sight. Can you find the butterfly in each picture? Look closely. Can you see the butterfly? It's hiding, isn't it? It's blending in to hide. And grow a butterfly garden. You can lure butterflies to your home by planting their favorite flowers in your yard or in pots. So if you want more butterflies at your house, plant some beautiful flowers for the butterflies to come and taste with their feet and then get the nectar. So we learned lots of things about butterflies, didn't we? I wrote down some of the key details about butterflies. That way we can compare and contrast them with the key details that we wrote about our frog. So let's look at what I wrote. for our butterfly, I put that butterflies are many different colors. Remember we saw all the different colors of the butterflies? Butterflies are eaten by many animals. Remember all those animals that were eating the butterflies? There was the monkey and the birds and all those things eating the butterflies. A butterfly can hide by blending. We saw all the butterflies. It was hard to see them sometimes. They were so easily camouflaged in with their things. Their colors scare their enemies. Remember how some of the butterflies had eye spots that scared their enemies away? A mother butterfly lays her eggs on plants. When the egg hatches, a caterpillar comes out. And the caterpillar makes a chrysalis and turns into a butterfly. And butterflies eat nectar, fruit, and dead bugs. And they also fly, don't they? So let's look at our butterflies and our frog. And we're going to use our Venn diagram. That's what this is called. Remember we talked about that last time. It tells us the way that they are different and the way they're alike. And I'm going to write frog down here because this is what we're going to put our frog key details that are different, and we'll put our butterfly key details that are different over here, and we'll put the key details that are the same in the middle. So let's look at our very first thing. Both frogs and butterflies are different colors, aren't they? They have many different colors. So I'm going to put that both because they both have many different colors. So I'm going to put different colors. All right, now let's look at our next one. Frogs are eaten by many animals, and butterflies are eaten by many animals. That's something else that's alike. I didn't think we were going to find many things that were alike, but those things are alike, aren't they? So they're eaten by animals. We're going to put this in the middle. Our next one is frogs can hide by blending, and butterflies can hide by blending. So that's something else that's the same. We're going to put it in the middle because they both can hide by blending. Let's look at our next one. Frog's colors can scare its enemies. Remember we talked about how it would tell them, don't eat me, and they would know that they didn't taste good because they were poison. And a butterfly can scare off its enemies because it has those eye spots, so its colors scare enemies too. So that's something else they have that are the same. Their colors scare the enemies. Now, let's see if we can find anything that's different about them. Well, a frog mother lays their eggs near the water. And a butterfly mother lays her eggs on plants. So that definitely is different, isn't it? So we're going to say the eggs near water. And we're going to put down a butterfly, the eggs on a plant. So that is different, isn't it? So the eggs of a frog are near water and the eggs of a butterfly are on a plant. Well, when the egg hatches, a tadpole's coming out of a frog. What happens when a butterfly egg hatches? A caterpillar comes out, doesn't it? So I'm going to put caterpillar on this side. And I'm going to put Got that backwards, didn't I? I'm going to put caterpillar over here on this side. I put it on the wrong side, didn't I? Caterpillar goes over here with butterfly. And a tadpole goes with a frog. I hope some of you caught that. There we go. So a frog, tadpole, and a caterpillar is for the butterfly. All right. The tadpole turns into a frog. So I'm going to put a frog on this side. Does our caterpillar turn into a frog? No, the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Well, frogs eat bugs, worms, slugs, spiders, snails, all those things. Is that the same thing that a butterfly eats? No. Butterflies eat nectar, fruit, and they eat dead bugs. I think frogs like to eat live bugs. So we're going to put down bugs. Let me put eat bugs. They eat bugs and worms and slugs. And we know they eat spiders and snails and all those other things too. And butterflies eat nectar, fruit, and dead bugs. Well, is there anything else that we can think of that makes butterflies and frogs different? Oh, I see something. A frog jumps and a butterfly can fly. So let's put jump down here because a frog can jump and a butterfly can fly. So we filled out our Venn diagram now, and we found out how our two books could be alike and how they're different, because our book about frogs and our book about butterflies, they both told us that frogs and butterflies are different colors. They're both eaten by animals. They both hide by blending, and their colors scare away their enemies. But they're different because a mother frog lays her eggs near water, and a mother butterfly lays her eggs on a plant. A frog, when the egg hatches, it is a tadpole. And a butterfly, when its egg hatches, it's a caterpillar. And the tadpole turns into a frog, and the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Frogs eat bugs, worms, slugs, and butterflies eat nectar, fruit, and dead bugs. Frogs jump, and butterflies fly. So whenever you read your two books and you compare and contrast, think about the ways that they're the same and the way they're different. We'll talk later. Bye.